Well, I was very fortunate to grow up in the bar business. My cousin Helen and David opened the Brass Rail Bar in Port Huron, Michigan in 1937. So as a small child, my father would take me to the bar and I would stand there in awe and look at my uncles behind the bar in their starch white shirts and ties and aprons with all the beautiful bottles and the mirrors and the crystal, and I was just you know, in love with it from an early age. And I'd get my kitty cocktail that my dad would make with a little monkey on the side for me, and then when I got a little older, you know, she'd let me stock the beer coolers, and I guess it was my first bar backing job. And then when I turned 20, my father convinced her to take me under her wing and teach me the business. So I was fortunate to learn in a bar that was a classic bar. Helen always said, for a nickel more, you go first class, and there's no substitute for quality. So I grew up in the bar business and learned the classics at an early age because they were still drinking, you know, Grasshoppers, and she makes Tom and Jerry's every holiday season, and Collins, and all the classic drinks, sidecars. And the first drink she taught me to make was a classic B&B with layered, not the one that comes pre-mixed, but cognac with Benedictine, and that was her nightcap. So. And this year at Tales, actually, she passed 2 years ago. I have the great pleasure and honor of awarding someone, and I don't know who, but the Helen David Lifetime Achievement Award. So it's a great honor for me, and I know she would be humbled and proud as well. I will hire personality before I'll hire any skill level. Like I said, I can train you to know everything about malt whiskey. Well, not everything. Obviously, I don't know everything. I'd be insane if I did. Know enough to be dangerous, but I can't teach you to have that passion. And that's the great thing here at Tales is I went in the kitchen where all the apprentice bartenders were preparing the drinks for everyone. And they're like, "You're like the first bartenders come in and actually helped us." And I was like, "Are you kidding me?" But just to see the passion in these young bartenders, because as I mentioned, when I started in 1980, it wasn't quite the same thing. You didn't have young bartenders showing up with their bag of bar tools, you know, maybe a corkscrew, a dull knife, but I think it's going to be real exciting to see over the next 5 years how this profession just blows up. Well, if anyone's up late at night and nothing to do, visit my website, themodernmixologist.com.